2-year-old daughter of a Tampa Bay Buccaneers player drowned in a swimming pool on Sunday. The toddler was the daughter of Buccaneers linebacker Shaquille Barrett, and officers responded to a call that a child had fallen into a pool at Barrett's home in South Tampa shortly before 10. And the child was rushed to a local hospital, but life-saving efforts could not save her. Barrett and his wife have 3 other children. Now, as we start the month of May, we want to take a closer look at pool safety, especially for young children. Joining us this afternoon is Alissa Magrum, and she is the advisor at National Drowning Prevention Alliance. Thank you so much for being here.
Sure thing. Thank you for having me.
And we know, May is Water Safety Month, and really to prevent these drownings, you'll have a lot of tools in your toolkit that you're telling parents about. The first one I want to get to is the 5 layers of protection. What does that entail?
Sure. I first want to say that our heartfelt condolences go to the Barrett family for the loss of their daughter and all impacted. We know that when drownings happen, there are so many people impacted by those. So I want to start first by saying that. And in drowning, it is fast, silent, and preventable. That's something we also like to talk about because people think they're going to hear something, see something, and often it's silent and fast, and that's something we want people to know. And there's not one thing to prevent drowning. There's not one single thing. So we talk about 5 layers of protection, and that's everything from fences, barriers and alarms, and locking gates. So that's basically blocking access to the water. That's the first thing.
Okay.
We talk about supervision. We say assign a water watcher. I have a water watcher badge on. We say put something on so that someone is watching the water when you have people in it. But then 70% of drownings in this age group, the 1 to 4 age group, occur during non-swim time. And so people think drownings only happen when you're in and around the water, but we have, if we don't have that access blocked, we have a child that gets access to the water. So we say appoint a water watcher, but then also blocking the access and supervising, and that's supervision that is visual and in touch and in reach of the child. We talk about water competency and swimming skills, so that's learning to swim.
Yeah.
That's everything from floating on your back, because if you float, you can get your head up out of the water. That's if you fall in, going under, coming back up and getting to the side and exiting. So water competency and water safety skills.
Okay.
We talk about life jackets. This is a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket, and that's what we're talking about. In and around open water, boats, docks, in water, open water like lakes, rivers, beaches, life jackets, U.S. Coast Guard approved for everyone. Even in pools, weak and non-swimmers can wear life jackets, U.S. Coast Guard approved life jackets.
And I do want to stop you there because I think that that's an important point that you all have made about the flotation devices, is you really want to ensure that they are certified by the Coast Guard.
U.S. Coast Guard,
okay.
Yes, U.S. Coast Guard approved. And I just saw one of the videos there that's on we want fencing around pools. I just saw one of the scenes that's showing portable pools that don't have fences around them, and that's something that's really important to talk about.
Yeah.
Barriers around all kinds of water. And then the 5th layer of protection is emergency preparedness. So that means having a cell phone handy, not on it, not being distracted by it, but in case of an emergency. Also, knowing CPR with rescue breaths. For drowning victims, it's really important that they get the rescue breaths. So get CPR training with rescue breaths, and basic water rescue. You can get, the Red Cross has really great basic water rescue classes, but knowing what to do in an emergency, because again, it's not one thing that's going to prevent a drowning, it's all these layers of protection, and if one of those fails, you got to have other things in place. So and ndpa.org has a really great video on the layers of protection. It's an explainer video. I really think it's helpful for people to get more educated and get more resources so we can prevent drowning.
Okay, and then lastly, any advice that you would give to parents? Memorial Day is approaching, and we know a lot of people will be in pools in their backyards or just at the lake.
Oh, I swam in the lake in Lake Travis yesterday.
Really?
And there were a lot of boats getting out there, getting on the lake. And so talk about water safety among your families. We make water safety rules. Learn about water safety. A lot of people think this is not an issue that's going to impact them, and sadly, drowning is the single leading cause of death for ages 1 to 4, but then it remains a leading cause of death for older kids, teens, and on into adults. And certainly when we get out on our lakes, there's alcohol that comes into play, so which is alcohol and boating and swimming and all of that, and heat don't mix. So we just ask people to get educated, learn about water safety, know that this sadly can impact all of us. It doesn't matter how strong strong of a swimmer you are. Even the best swimmers in the world are not drown-proof. So get educated, learn. There's resources at ndpa.org. There's also a local organization, Collins Hope, has free water safety lessons in English and Spanish at drowningispreventable.org. So talk about it with your families, because we can prevent these drownings. And again, our condolences go out to the Barrett family as they go through what they're going through right now.
Okay, Alissa, thank you so much. You have given us a lot of information that is certainly helpful, not just for parents, but for everyone in our community.